Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be ranking all 7 of the medic weapons from worst to best. I've got them all to level 10 and I've gotten gold plating on all 7 of these weapons, so I've spent a ton of time using them. Coming in rank 7 is the Sten. This gun has decent damage, the accuracy is good, the hip fire is good, and the control's good, the rate of fire is good, ammunition is good. So based on stats, right, it's a pretty dang good weapon, but you know, when you're actually using it and compared to all of the other weapons, it's not that great. It's probably best when it's used at like the 40-meter range from your target, or maybe 30 to 40-meter range. But once you get to that like 20-meter range or like really close quarters, it's just going to fall short. And then if you get to medium range, it's going to fall short as well because there's more bullet drop. The bullets just don't travel that fast. Close range, the rate of fire is decent, but the damage is so low. So if you go up against like a Sumi or the M1928A1 or any of the other medic guns, honestly, you're just going to kind of get your butt kicked. Now, don't get me wrong, if you use this weapon right, you will get a good KD if you're good at the game. For specializations, I've got quick aim, ported barrel, barrel bedding, and recoil buffer. And this barrel bedding is one of the reasons why this guy is rank 7 versus our rank 6, which I'll show you in a second here. But this guy improved accuracy in aimed fire when stationary. So it's trying to get you to just stand still to make the best use out of this gun. But when you're fighting someone, you don't want to stand still. You want to move back and forth to try not get hit by their bullets. You make yourself a harder target to hit. And using this, this specialization is basically doing nothing for you. Now, moving on to rank 6 is the EMP. Now, let's compare that to the Sten. Based on stats, the Sten has better accuracy, better control, and the only thing that's different is it has 28 less rate of fire. That's it. So basically, on stats, I would say the Sten is better. But I do not agree. I do not agree with the stats here. So the main reason for that, let's go into the specializations for this. Now you got quick aim, once again, that's the same. Improved accuracy in aimed fire while moving, custom stock. Okay, that is different. That is really good. Next thing that's different, light and stock. Move 60% faster while aiming with your weapon. So look at that. Right now we've got 2 specializations. They're going to help you to fight when you're moving back and forth, when you're aiming down your sights at someone. And that is huge. That's going to help keep you alive, and that's going to help outplay your opponents. That right there, those 2 specializations, those outdo the Sten for me. The EMP is better because of these 2 guys right here. Now you've also got recoil buffer, and I believe the Sten had exactly same specialization right here. The only thing the EMP doesn't have here is the less horizontal recoil, which would be this guy right here, and that really just does not make that big of a difference. Coming in rank 5 is the MP40. Now this guy is very similar to the EMP and the Sten, but what I like about it more is that it's got better bullet velocity. Now I can't prove that based on any stats here, but just based off of using the gun, the feel of it, it definitely feels like your bullets are hitting your target sooner. It's easier to hit moving targets, and when you're firing at targets that are further away, I feel like there's less bullet drop. All around, I feel like this gun is better than the EMP and the Sten. Now, if you look at stats, once again, the Sten is identical to this MP40 essentially. The only thing that's different is the accuracy is slightly less for the Sten, but the control is more. And, you know, I would agree with that slightly. The Sten has very good control on the weapon, but being able to have faster bullet velocity, I feel like you just drop your targets sooner. You're able to hit them with more bullets. And, you know, though the accuracy is better on this guy, if you're shooting at a moving target, the MP40 is better. And then same goes with the EMP. Once again, the MP40 pretty much has better stats than the EMP except for rate of fire. But yeah, don't make all of your judgments based on stats. Base it off of use. And I've played with these guns so much, so I can definitely tell you I like the MP40 better. Gonna look at the specializations quick here. So we've got quick aim, ported barrel, barrel bedding, and recoil buffer. Coming in rank 4 is the MP28. Now this gun I really like, and honestly I could rank it even higher on the list, but the weapons above it are just so much better, so I have to put it at rank 4, unfortunately. This gun does not have great accuracy, doesn't have good control. The damage is exactly the same as the MP40, the Sten, and the EMP. And as you can see, all of these guns have better accuracy and control. But what the MP28 has is the most rate of fire out of all of those weapons at 670, and the clip size is 30 bullets. Now 30 bullets, just 2 less bullets than 32, which all the other previous guns have, so that's not a big deal. The rate of fire is so good for dropping enemies fast. That's why I love this gun so much, is because of that rate of fire. You can learn how to control the recoil on this gun. If you get used to the recoil, then this gun is so amazing. If you can't get used to the recoil, this gun's probably going to be one of the lower on the list for you, just because you'll probably be saying to yourself, man, I just can't hit my targets. This gun sucks. It's kind of like if you've ever played PUBG and you use the AKM and you're trying to take someone down and your gun's recoiling so much, and then you say that gun sucks. But it's honestly one of the best guns in the game because of the high bullet damage. You just have to learn how to control the recoil. So that's kind of like this. The MP28 is kind of like that. You have such a high rate of fire and you can drop enemies so fast, but you have to learn how to use the weapon first. And I've played with it a ton and I love it. And the other reason this gun is rank 4 is because it's got automatic firing mode and a single bullet fire mode. If you're at those really close ranges, you can have an auto and you can take people down really fast. And if you're at medium ranges, you can change to single fire mode and you can still drop your targets. For specializations, I've got quick aim, custom stock, ported barrel, and lighten stock. And once again, you see this amazing light and stock specialization. Move 60% faster while aiming with your weapon, which I love. And then custom stock, improved accuracy and aim fire while moving. Coming in rank 3 is the M1928A1. Now, a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me on this if they haven't used the other medic guns. I've seen people saying, oh, this gun's the only good gun for medics. All the rest of the guns suck. Which I disagree with. The other guns aren't bad. You just probably haven't used them enough to get good with them. But this gun, yeah, it's great. It's got, once you get the right specialization set up for it, you can get 50 bullets in a clip, which is huge. The rate of fire is 720. The accuracy and control, really not that great on this gun, but you can learn how to control it. And the damage, it's not the best. It's the same as all the other previous guns on the list. This guy is amazing. I love this M1928A1 because of the high rate of fire and the specialization setup, which we'll look at now. So it's got quick aim, you got ported barrel, extended magazine, which I was talking about. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting at 20 bullets for this guy. And then we've also got recoil buffer. Your weapon recoils less upwards. So it's got good specializations when you're aiming down your sights. The downside is what I was just talking about. It's that recoil, the low accuracy and control. So when you're, in the close to further away range, like 20 to 40 meters, it's going to start being hard to hit your targets. But if you learn how to use the weapon, you can tap. So like shoot a bullet, wait half a second, shoot a bullet again, and that'll help you really control that recoil. And because of the huge clip size, you're going to find yourself able to take down multiple targets at the same time, especially if you get a good flank. So yeah, this gun is awesome. Coming in at rank 2 is the Sumi KP31. So this gun, based on stats, has less accuracy and less control than the M1928A1. The only thing it has based on stats that's better is the rate of fire, which is 770 instead of 720. It's got the exact same clip size too. But why is this gun ranked 2? The reason is one small thing. It's the fire modes. You've got automatic or single fire mode. And that's huge. It's just like I was talking about with the MP28. So you're going to be absolutely able to lay out your targets if you're close range, and you're going to be able to take out multiple targets, especially if you learn how to control the recoil. Once again, it is so similar to the M19. Based on the stats, I can't even notice the difference with the accuracy and control when I'm using both weapons. Like stats-wise, it should be worse, but I just really can't notice much of a difference there. But if you're fighting close range, you learn how to control the recoil, it's great. Now you get to medium range and you're in auto mode, that sucks. The M19, you're not going to use it at medium range. Now if you're using the Sumi though, at medium range, it is possible to use it, and you can fire really fast in the single fire mode, and you will drop targets, and I have, and I continue to at medium ranges. Just because the single fire mode, it's so easy to control the recoil on the gun, And the bullet velocity actually seems to be pretty decent, so you hit your target and you're able to drop them. This gun is great at medium, close, and the in-between ranges between that. For specializations, we've got quick aim, ported barrel, extended magazine, and recoil buffer. So it's exactly the same as the M1928A1. Coming in first for all of the current medic weapons, which there's going to be more soon, coming in first is the MP34. Now this gun is amazing. I love it at all scenarios. So close range, like under 20 meters, it's good. It's going to be tough to beat someone with the Sumi at close range, but if you get the drop on them and you aim for their head, you can take them out first, because the recoil, the accuracy and control on this gun is really good. It's amazing. Based on stats, the Sten has better control, but it's got less accuracy, and it's actually got less damage. There's like a slight sliver that it has less damage. But yeah, based off of just using this MP34, it is the best for control in my opinion. So like the recoil is so minimal, you can easily control it even at the medium ranges. But yeah, close range, you're aiming for the head. If you're using the Sumi, it's you get used to the recoil and you can take people down really fast with it. But if you use this MP34 right from the start, it's really easy to get headshots on people because you can easily control the recoil on this guy. And that is what makes the difference, because if you're getting headshot kills, you're going to be doing increased damage by a huge amount to people, and you'll be able to drop them first. And then once you go to the medium ranges, like, you know, above 40 meters, then you're going to be able to continue to hit your targets. Also, like, the bullet velocity is pretty good on this guy, and I don't really notice much bullet drop at those medium ranges. I just really can take people down at those further ranges. It's almost like I'm using an AR in single fire mode. Not quite as good, but just keep in mind, for a medic class, this is probably the best gun you're going to get for taking people down at medium ranges. And that's huge, because most of the Battlefield 5 maps, you're going to run into those medium ranges unless you're sitting on an objective. So most of the time, this gun all around is going to be the best. In terms of rate of fire, this gun has the worst rate of fire, unfortunately. But like I said, the control is so good on it, it makes a difference. And once again, it's got the two different firing modes like the Sumi does. It's got the auto mode and the single fire mode. And when you're using single fire mode at the further distances, it is absolutely amazing. And then, like I was just saying, it's already got the faster bullet velocity, and then you can get high velocity bullet specialization for it. So you get 10% faster bullets, making it easier to hit moving or distant targets. Once again, making this guy the absolute best for those medium ranges. Then you've got ported barrel, extended magazine, 32 bullets. You probably are going to want this versus going the left side for a light bolt to increase the rate of fire. The magazine's too tiny without this extended magazine. And then barrel bedding, so improved accuracy and aim fire when stationary. So that's all I have for you in this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed what you watched. Subscribe for more walkthrough videos, and I will see you all in the next one.